Classic mechanics is one of the most traditional fields of science. Every student in physics and engineering has to learn its basics. At the world-famous Hungarian Polytechnic Institute, professors and young researchers carry out innovative scientific developments. In the second half of the 19th century, the Budapest University of Technology and Economics, or BME, was one of the first institutions to achieve the rank of a university, positioning it among the era's best institutions in Europe. After this glamorous beginning, with world-famous scientists and inventors like Donát Bánki and Todor Kármán teaching at the university, BME turned into an important center of higher education. Gábor Stépán, the Dean of the Faculty of Mechanical Engineering, became a member of the Hungarian Academy of Sciences as a young scientist. He has been a guest professor and researcher at numerous foreign universities, and he is a member of a number of scientific associations, such as the Royal Society. He claims that during the history of BME University, science has never lost its importance for a single moment.
As, for example, Laurent Ötvös said in the end of the 19th century that the flag of science should be kept so high that it should be visible even outside the country. And it happened also in technical science or in engineering sciences.
One could assume mechanics is such an old and basic subject that there is nothing new in it anymore. Mechanics gives us a methodology to approach all the processes that change in time. Therefore, it penetrates all the sciences, from biology to electromagnetism, through to chemical engineering. However, mechanics itself still contains many new elements that need further investigation nowadays. This is what young scientists do at the Faculty of Mechanical Engineering.
I am primarily interested in things which change in time. There are two important things when I start my lecture, and I try to explain it to my students, that if they want to be a bit more innovative and to look at the world from a higher perspective, they always have to consider the processes in time. It's extremely important for mechanical engineers, so we have to design things which actually move in time and change.
Motion and vibration are not only present in machines, but in the human body as well. If we think about it, for us humans, it is almost impossible to stay completely still and motionless.
Also, we could explain many vibration problems in the human body. Now it refers to the field of biomechanics, how we try to balance ourselves. While we are unable to stand quietly and steadily, we always have a slight, actually chaotic oscillation in it. Even in English we say we shake hands, we don't say we hold hands. Why is it that when we touch each other, we try to express a kind of trust? We just start making this because probably it would be very difficult to hold it. We are unable to provide a constant force, and it's rather better to start shaking it because it at least gives some regularity. Otherwise it would be a chaotic and very funny feeling to touch somebody.
In connection with motion, today's various kinds of time-delayed systems are important fields of interest. They explain lots of phenomena in our everyday life. For example, the so-called ghost traffic jams that we often have to face, seemingly without any reason.
It's like, for example, the driving of a car, and those time delays when we see the other car braking and we push the brake, there is about a 1 second time delay, which also becomes very important, and recently we could explain why these ghost traffic jams, stop-and-go traffic jams, show up when actually nothing happens, there is no accident, and still the traffic loses stability. It's similar when we meet in a narrow corridor, we try to take over each other and we sometimes start to avoid each other. I already know that I move in the wrong direction, but it's late to change, and then we try to do it in the other way around, and a vibration shows up.
Time delay has to be taken into account during the production of machines as well, because even computers need some time to respond to different actions and influences.
This is a sensor here that measures the vertical direction, and when you turn it off, then it measures the vertical direction, but still it experiences some oscillation because this small computer here needs some time.
Young students at the university can actively take part in ongoing research projects such as the Acrobotter project. Here, they design the prototype of a robot that will help us, especially elderly and disabled people, to collect garbage from indoor places. With its pick-and-place task, the robot is similar to a hoist, but in this case, the end effector can be orientated and positioned.
The main concept of Acrobotter is to provide a novel locomotion technology and a novel indoor locomotion technology and extend the mobility of existing service robots. The swinging unit is basically the working part, the end effector or the platform itself, which can carry other robotic objects with lower mobility and can pick and place different objects like this bottle.
The Acrobotter project is embedded within an international context. It is funded by the European Union. BME is working on this research along with 6 other European universities in France, Germany, Greece, Spain, Sweden, and the United Kingdom. All these universities have their own responsibilities within the project.
So BME was the responsible for developing the superstructure, which is the basis of the motion in the plane of the sailing.
Throughout the history of the university, it has always been essential to maintain strong relationships with foreign universities and research centers. Nowadays, the majority of students prefer English-speaking countries as their scholarship destinations. However, other countries, especially Germany and France, also welcome young Hungarian students.
Of course, our goal would be somehow to get close and to be connected and related to the elite of the universities of Europe.
According to the Dean, it is our mission in Hungary to maintain and develop the status that we inherited from the past and cultivate talented researchers and professors for the future.